Hello, this is Peter Ibrahim, and this is a small video to answer all the questions that provided in the PDF, which is the normal questions and the case studies as well. So let's start with the first one, which is project risk management. The question was, if I'm leading a large scale software development project with a tight deadline, what is the approaches that me are gonna use to identify and manage this kind of risks? So first of all, the normal things that we are doing in any project to identify the risk, actually, we make some kind of brainstorming with the team to see what the previous projects, to understand what exactly the risks that may gonna happen during the project journey. And after that, we're making some kind of risk assessment to know what exactly the risks that may gonna happens, and to give them some kind of rank or a priority to be listed. And after that, we're gonna manage and mentor all this kind of risks during the project journey to actually be ready if there is any risk may happens in the future or currently. So this is for the normal project. What if we are talking about a tight deadline as well? So this is a risk itself. So for me, actually, I faced the same issue before, uh, because actually I was leading a team to create some kind of VR simulations, Formula One simulation, which is some kind of full experience to drive a Formula One car for one of the biggest universities in Middle East. So it was only 1 month to finish this kind of simulation with the physics. So it was really hard to do all this kind of things, especially to learn more about the physics itself, because we have the technical skills to develop the app, but actually we don't have the technical skills to understand all the kind of physics that may gonna happens when you are driving some kind of car, especially the Formula One. So it was really challenging for us. But for me, we started the development and learn more about the physics for each car. And before the deadline by 2 weeks, we make some kind of boot camp, my team and the Formula One team, to be at the same place for 2 weeks to finish this kind of project. We learned a lot of things, to be honest, from each other, and we did it at the end, because like this one wasn't like a normal project, because you need to do something new, and at the same time you have tight deadlines. So like there is no solution except the things that you're gonna make outside of the box, to be honest, to be solved. So we make this kind of boot camp. At the end we finish it, and they won the third place worldwide in this competition. So it was a really nice and great journey to learn from them and to finish it and to have this kind of achievements. The second one, or the second case study, working with internal and external stakeholders. There is some kind of scenario, and the challenge is, if there is any kind of third-party development agency, they don't have the capabilities to complete the project. So actually, like we face this issue as well, but like there is some kind of techniques to do. First one, maybe they have or they need some kind of additional support, providing some kind of resources to them, provide them with some kind of training, like anything they need under the resources, or things like that, to make it possible to finish it on time, because sometimes they need some kind of support, some kind of extra resources, because the resources itself, it's really few. So this is one of the options. The second one is to find some kind of alternative, maybe another agency to work together to finish it on time, or maybe another third party provider to help us to finish this project on time. And finally, actually, which is the uh, one related to work with the same company with the same actually speed, but we're gonna change the requirements or the terms that we have in our contract to extend maybe the time. But at the same time, this is gonna need from us some kind of work to make some kind of modification on the product plan, the sprints, and etc. So this is maybe gonna be some kind of challenge, but this is another solution as well. And finally, the third case study, which is changing the scope. How would you adapt the project schedule to accommodate the scope And there is some kind of another question related to the stakeholders. Okay, so maybe there is some kind of steps to do if we have some kind of a changing of the scope. First one, we gonna evaluate the impact itself. What is the impact that they gonna, or actually that's gonna happen because of this change? Maybe the extending of timeline, maybe we're gonna change the requirements and more. So this is gonna need to be evaluated first, and after that we're gonna make a plan to to re to remake the task, to be honest, and after that to make some kind of different requirements based on the this kind of evaluations that we did. And after that we're gonna divide the new tasks with the new sprints to the team, and finally the communication to make them aware of the change itself and what exactly the impact of each one of them. For the stakeholders, actually, I think to be transparent with them, it is one of the important things ever, because they always need you to be honest with them, and this is gonna lead us to know what exactly the facts that we are facing, because we all have the same vision, we all have the same thing, we have the same goal to do. So it is important to be transparent with them, to make this kind of like, you know, the trust between you and them. And finally, there is some kind of bonus question. Briefly describe the challenging project management scenario you faced in the past, and what did you learn from the experience? To be honest, I have different scenarios because each project I learned thing from it. So let me make some kind of recap for most of them, to be honest. First one, the project that I talked about, which is the Formula One. The main challenge is to make my team aware or to learn more about the physics, because they are technical, they are good in the technical side when we are talking about the coding, the game engine and all this kind of things, but they don't have the experience. Even me, I don't have the experience when we are talking about like the overdrifting or all of this kind of physics things related to the Formula One cars. To have this kind of like awareness, to make them learn more in a new field, totally new field, in this tight deadline, and to make this kind of collaboration, to make some kind of boot camp with the Formula One team. It was like things that I didn't imagine before that I'm gonna do that, but actually we did, and it worked, and we achieved what we want. One of the other project, which is a firefighting simulation, was one of the biggest institute that's working in the maritime industry. To make the project was about like to make some kind of firefighting simulation, outdoor and indoor. So we faced the same issue, which is the physics as well, to know what exactly the physics for the fire and wind and all these kind of things, and to make this realistic simulation, because this is not a game, this is a realistic simulation that is gonna be used on training, so they're gonna depend on this kind of things. So to transfer this kind of important things that to the team, to your team, because this is a big project and it's need to be realistic, because this is the same things that they are finding on the reality, and we are talking about a sensitive simulation, which is firefighting. So it is gonna be a bad thing if they didn't take the training well. So this was one of the other challenges that they face. But the things that I learned is like, whatever the challenge that you're gonna face in the future or now, whatever the things that you're gonna actually face, it is gonna be handled. Even if you cannot understand that now, even if you don't believe that you have the capabilities to do that, at the end you did it. So it was just like to have this kind of belief, to have this kind of trust of your team and yourself, because you're gonna learn everything you need, and you're gonna make it. That's it. It is really nice to meet you all, and thank you so much for watching the video, and waiting to hear from you soon. Enjoy your day. Bye.